After checking into our hotel at the start of our one-week holiday in Mallorca, we went for a short evening ride along the coast. So what do we think of it so far then, girls?
Lovely.
Girls?
Oh, sorry, yes. Didn't see you there, John. Our hotel was on the coast, with fabulous views over the Bay of Pollença. Each morning, we would meet outside and agree our route for the day. So, Mick, do you want to just explain where we're going to go today then?
Today we're going to turn left out of here. We're going to follow the coast road round to Pollença, and then we're going to go up over the hills over the back of you up to Formentor Lighthouse.
Sounds good. Is there a coffee shop there?
There is a cafe at the lighthouse, and then when we come back we'll have a look round Pollença.
Lovely, thank you.
Thank you.
After a long climb out of Pollença, we reached a viewpoint about halfway along the road to the Cap Formentor Lighthouse. Right, we're at the top of the first climb of the holiday. So what do we do at the top of every climb on a Bolsover Wheelers holiday? We go... Well, it's worth it for the view, wasn't it?
Definitely, definitely. And more to come.
What do you think so far then, Andy?
Oh, absolutely fabulous. Yeah, fantastic.
I'll see you at the top, chaps.
Watch for the tunnel.
Once through the tunnel, we could see the road winding its way up to the Cap Formentor Lighthouse. Once at the lighthouse, it was time for a drink and a cake. Having sampled the most expensive cafe in Mallorca, we began retracing our steps back towards Pollença. What do you think of that view then, Bryce?
This view, God, it's fantastic, isn't it?
Let's have a look.
I shall go and photograph it for myself right now.
We're here at the highest bus shelter in Mallorca. What we'd actually done was to cycle up to an old watchtower, which we'd seen up on the mountainside on our way back to Pollença. Some of the group couldn't resist seeing what the view was like from the very top. It didn't disappoint.
And here we are at the highest point of the tour so far.
From the watchtower, it was all downhill to Pollença for lunch.
Isn't that clever? Ta-da! Now you see it, now you don't.
Hey!
A happy cyclist.
Amazing what amuses you when you've been out in the sun all day, isn't it?
From Pollença, it was a short, flat ride back to our hotel, where both we and our bikes had a rest before dinner.
Oh, you've had a fantastic first day's ride to Cap Formentor today. Absolutely superb. And now we're going for dinner. So, Andy, you're tourmeister today, then, are you?
I'm not so sure, but just, yeah, my idea, a route going east
Turn round.
to Calobra, and should be a fabulous day today. No mountains, casual, just a nice undulating ride.
Today's route would take us south to the town of Petra for drinks and cakes, and then on to the coastal town of Calobra for lunch.
So we're joined today by two guest riders from Wetherby. So what are your first impressions of riding with Bolsover Wheelers?
First impressions are, well, it's just like being at home, isn't it? It's chucking it down with rain, it's cloudy, it's windy, it's going to get dark at 4 o'clock. But
Cut.
it's fantastic.
Stop. Wrong answer.
Hello.
So how far to lunch?
Well, we're just trying to work it out, but we think around about 28 kilometres.
28, that's not too bad, is it? Thank you.
Thank you.
How far is it now then, leader?
Sorry, I'm eating.
Okay. Okay, leader.
Hello there.
How far is it now to the end?
18 to Alcudia, and
Yes.
perhaps another 3 or 4 from there to the hotel.
Thank
So
you.
22, 23k.
I hear you're taking the day off, is that right?
Yes, I thought it was allowed, but I'm not quite sure now, but I'm taking a day off.
This is not a holiday.
Sorry I didn't get permission from the Bolsover Wheelers first, but I'm having a day off, Michael.
And while Sue's having a day off, the rest of us are going to go back into the mountains today up to Look Monastery.
To To get to Look Monastery, we headed west into the mountains, crossing over the Col de Femania. From Look, we would then head south out of the mountains to the small town of Campanay for lunch. From Campanay, a series of minor roads would lead us back to our hotel.
Look at those Bolsover Wheelers tops. They stand out so well.
Sorry I spoiled it.
Don't worry about it, Bryce. So Debbie, how is it for you?
Lovely.
No, I meant the climb, not Craig's backside.
Like Sticky Vicky, the wall boy.
It's lovely.
Off you go then.
Hooray, I finally appeared on this video at last.
We're not at the top yet, Mick, though. Not there yet.
Here we are at the top of the first coal. What do we do at the top of every coal? We go, hooray!
When we arrived at Look, we headed straight for the cafe and didn't spend any time looking around the monastery. So here are a few pictures of what we didn't see. From Look, a long descent out of the mountains, followed by country lanes through olive groves, brought us to the town of Campanay and lunch.
Oh look, another bar.
The cafe, it's only been 10 minutes since we left the last one.
Who cares, yeah.
Terrific descent though, wasn't it?
Lovely. Gracias.
After lunch, a lovely, quiet and mainly downhill road brought us back to our hotel. We woke up to another warm and sunny morning. Today's ride would see us retrace yesterday's route back to Campanay. From there we would take a series of very minor roads through farmland to the town of Sinew for lunch, before heading back north through more minor lanes to our hotel.
Oh look, matching wardrobe.
I haven't got the shorts like I guess though. They make me look too big if I put those on.
Diet cola? Diet. Light.
Light? Okay.
Café con leche, por favor.
Okay.
Here we are in the square in Campanet, a little village not far away from where we're actually staying. Had a very nice ride this morning and we've just had coffee and cake as we usually do. And now we're off on the white roads, I believe, Michael, aren't we?
I know.
Yeah,
I'm a bit nervous about it.
Yeah.
Not done the white roads before.
No.
The white roads refer to their colour on the map, indicating very minor lanes with low traffic. we could soon see the town of Sinew in the distance, where we stopped for lunch. From Sinew, more white roads brought us back to our hotel.
Yes, Mick is pointing out the reed beds. So where are we going today then, Val?
Up a big hill, down a big hill, back up again.
You looking forward to today's ride then, Alison?
I am, Michael, yes, are you?
Trepidation, yeah.
Yeah.
Bit of trepidation.
Oh,
yeah.
it's going to be exciting.
I hope so.
Looking forward to all those hairpins.
Today's ride would be the most challenging of the holiday. Setting off from our hotel, we will climb up into the mountains to reach the Col de Femenea. A descent followed by another climb would bring us to the Col de Batea, where we would stop for tea and cakes. Another descent and climb would then get us to the Col des Rice. This is at the top of the amazing road that twists through numerous hairpins down to the bay at Sa Calobra, where we would have lunch. From Sa Calobra, we would then have to retrace the entire route to get back to the hotel, a total distance of 100 kilometres.
Tommy Simpson has arrived. Here come the girls. So anyway, how was the climb for you two ladies? Or girls?
Very enjoyable at our pace, we saw a lot.
Good.
Very nice.
And big ring all the way, was it?
All the
Of
way,
course,
yeah.
yes, look.
Didn't do it, Debbie.
Well, I've had to knock it off just now so I don't look quite so good, you know.
After descending from the Col de Femenea, a short climb brought us up to the Col de Batea. It was packed with cyclists, but we managed to find a table to enjoy coffee and cake.
So how are you feeling then, Bryce?
I'm feeling very well, thank you. Just had coffee and cake, and we're about to start the descent down to Sa Calobra. It'll be a bit of a challenge coming back up, I understand.
I believe it will. Off you go, I'll see you at the top. Debbie,
Hello,
I
Michael.
understand you're not going to go to Sa Calobra today, you're going to go to Soyer.
So yeah, yes, so yeah, and the Orient.
Well, lucky you.
Choi oi.
We'll see you at supper time then.
Yeah.
Enjoy the
See you at
ride.
breakfast.
Enjoy the ride.
And you too, Michael.
So how's it for you then, John?
Fabulous. If I had any more breath, I'd make longer sentences. That's lovely, it's great.
Once we'd reached the Col de Rice, we began the long twisting descent down to the bay at Sa Calobra.
we're getting near the bottom there.
Getting near the bottom. At least I know what I've got to do to get back to the top.
Yeah, no, there's not much further down to the bottom, is it?
Once we had completed the long descent to the bay at Sa Calobra, it was time for lunch before setting off to climb all the way back up again.
See you then, Tommy. See you later.
See you later.
How's it going then, Tommy?
Oh, it's not too bad. Hopefully, we've just done the 10% bit.
I think you're right.
That wasn't too bad, so there's a little bit of 11% to come, but the average gradient is 7.7, and I would think we'll be up there in another 40 minutes. Well, I might be.
No, I think you're right. It's a pretty easy climb most of the way.
Yeah, it's not too bad at all, this.
Okay, I'll see you at the top then.
No doubt, Michael.
Oh, Sue, how are you finding it then?
All right, thank you.
Quite a steady
At
climb.
this pace, I'm all right.
Excellent.
Oh,
See you at
just
the top.
dreaming of those chocolate-coated strawberries.
Oh,
I'll be allowed more tonight.
I think you will.
Well, we're nearly at the top of the climb out now from Sa Calobra. Average gradient of about 7%. Kicks in at 10 or 11 now and again, but the scenery helps take your mind off the climb. Michael, you said you'd see me at the top.
And we did.
Eventually.
Yeah, well done.
Oh, thank you.
So what was our general consensus for that climb back out then?
I thought it was very nice. Very leisurely.
Yeah.
From the Col de Rice, it was pretty much all downhill for 40 kilometres, back to Pollença and the hotel.
All downhill? No, not quite all downhill, mostly downhill now. Gotta put something warm on though, it's getting a bit chilly. Ah, where is it? Here we go, the old gillet.
So what do we think of that descent then, team?
Absolutely marvellous.
Fantastic.
Splendid.
Lovely and bendy.
The following morning we awoke to rather grey skies, and despite the best intentions of our room-maid, Maria, we knew we would be in for a rather wet day.
A bit cooler today, isn't it, Debbie?
It
a bit cooler, Michael, yes. Hopefully it'll pick up during the day.
Yes, let's hope so.
It's a bit like being at home. A bit breezy, overcast, but the temperature's not too bad.
No.
So we're just going for coffee and cake basically today, aren't we, Michael?
Yes, Brian.
Our last ride of the holiday was quite short, at 60 kilometres. We first headed south to the town of Muro for coffee and cake, before returning north to Pollença for lunch. A short ride east to the coastal road would then bring us back to the hotel.
We've just been doing a spotter cyclo crossing, Mallorcan style.
Yeah.
It was pouring with rain in Muro, which meant that Rob had to improvise because he'd forgotten to bring his waterproof jacket.
Fits nicely, sir.
And there we are, the new lightweight breathable jacket, modeled by Rob.
Thankfully, it had stopped raining by the time we reached Pollença.
Look at this, we've been here all week and we've just found proper English tea. Look at this, a proper teapot kettle, cast iron.
And I've got a lovely bit of apple pie.
From Pollença, we headed east to join the coast road. Unfortunately, the police had closed the road due to a bike race, so we had to walk the final 400 yards to the hotel along the beach. After dinner, we congregated in the bar, where we took the opportunity to thank Mick Glossop for organising a fabulous holiday.
Oh yeah. Hold it in now. It's not big enough. It's not big enough.
The following morning, it was time to go home. We loaded our bikes and luggage onto a coach for the 1-hour drive to Palm Airport. During the journey, we caught our final glimpse of the coastline and of the mountains that we had cycled through on our 1-week Vuelta a Mallorca.
Un solo amor, mi corazón. Juntos llegamos